practice, Jack, do you have, I assume you have a corporate entity set up there? If so, what form? Is it an LLC?
Yeah. No,
what do you have?
Yeah, it's actually Jack Wiley Consulting, LLC. But what I was wondering about, and I would consult with my attorney on this. What if, given that there might, given that there are multiple books, given that the consulting practice is time and materials, and this is really a different kind of sale, maybe I want to set up something. My own publishing company could be something like, Fort Wiley. I mean, we sort of lovingly refer to our residents as Fort Wiley, but it could be Fort Wiley Media or Fort Wiley Publishing or something like that. And who knows what might come through there.
Yep. And the only thing I would want to make sure is that, and your attorney will advise this, since we're in the branding and naming business, my major concern with anything Wiley related would be a potential trademark challenge on the use of that brand. I would consider as options in the naming of the publishing brand, everything from more broadly defined names to more specific, to employee centricity. I need to think about it. I haven't given it any thought, but naming should be a relatively straightforward process. I would only question, I actually think, Jack, that the publishing entity should be not connected to your name personally as a brand. It should feel and sound like a publishing firm of these kinds of materials. Does that make sense? We don't want to promote that it's self-publishing.
It could be Centricity Media or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. And that would do the trick. And we'll talk about in a little bit how we can manage that in the relationship with the purchase of books from Engage to Excel. But obviously, if you were to set up a new one, you work with your attorney to, establish it as the best form. Is it an LLC? Is it a sub S? Et cetera, under the current tax laws. Obviously, you'd set up a checking account. ISBNs today are it's the code that's on the back of the book. That while there are services, you can buy those for each title that you're going to publish for about $125 each. All book, so the publishing industry now has become disintermediated, and publishers versus printers, have broken off because of the popularity of self-publishing. And, the ISBN for that book, the printer can issue that. It's simply a QR code that's produced. So not a big deal to set up a publishing company entity and then getting it. I would advise, Jack, if we go in this direction, Amazon has a whole host of services, but since we have to print X number of books up front to address Engage to Excel's need and desire for using the book as part of their business, that, Amazon does have a print on demand that they offer to authors, meaning they just print as needed books. We're going to be printing up front. It makes no sense. If Engage to Excel is going to commit to 1,000 for next year, adding another $500 is 500 copies or 1,000 copies is insignificant. So then it would be just a matter of relying on Amazon's fulfillment services. They warehouse, ship, fulfill for the printed books, and then the electronic version of the book, they make that very easy. So my feeling would be that, or recommendation would be, let's let Amazon handle all of the distribution. And, when it's published on the Engage to Excel website or on any of your websites,